All right, we're going to start off with the quick start guide here in SoundForge 8. What we're going to take a quick tour of is audio file formats, the workspace, the data window, a little quick overview of the menus, and then a quick look at how you can actually record within SoundForge 8.0. So let's take a quick look. Okay, here we are inside SoundForge 8. And what you can see is you have a lot of options for file formats, both in terms of opening. And when I hit the open dialog box here, you can see that I've got all these different file formats available to me in terms of wide variety of file formats. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. All the years I've been using SoundForge, there's only about 3 or 4 of these that I use. Very rarely do I run across some of these other ones. IVC, for example, some of the Next Sun formats. But if you inherit some files from somebody and you have some of these unusual formats, SoundForge is usually the go-to program in terms of opening them. It's the Swiss Army knife of audio file formats, and I've yet to run across something that someone has given me that I have not been able to open here in SoundForge. So, got a lot of flexibility here, and we'll get more into detail about these file formats a little bit later on, in both opening and saving as well. Now, the next thing you want to take a notice of is the fact that what we're looking at right now is the SoundForge workspace. This is the area where we can open up all of our various sound files and be able to then manipulate and edit them. Now, within the SoundForge workspace, we actually have what are called data windows, and those are the actual windows that have our sounds in them. So let's open up a file real quick. We'll just open up this one right here, and there we go. Now what we're looking at here, this is the actual data window. This data window is sizable so that you can drag it around and resize it within the overall window. You can have multiple data windows open, overlapping each other, and whichever one's on top is the one you're going to obviously be working with at that point in time. But basically, this is the data window. You can minimize them and tuck them way down here inside the program and then bring them back up when you need them if you've got a whole bunch of them open. Real quick, we'll just take a look through all the menus. There's a lot in SoundForge. We'll go menu by menu and we'll cover all of the stuff inside of each one. A lot of them, as you can see, have key commands that you can use, especially for a lot of the functions that you use on a regular basis. Insert marker, I hit the M key a lot, and markers are really helpful, especially when you're trying to spot locations where you want to come back and edit, or if you want to drop in a sound effect or something like that. But we'll go through all these menus. We'll take a look at all the different processes and effects and tools and all the options and windows and how you can arrange things and even the help menus and such. The one last thing I'm going to take a look at here before we finish this quick start guide is the record menu. And you actually can record inside of SoundForge. And as you can see, the meter's there. My voice right now is going through the system. So it allows you to do a lot of flexibility. We'll spend a whole separate movie just on the recording function, but I just wanted to show you that it is there and it's real easy to use, and it's something that can be very useful, especially for doing relatively simple things like voiceovers or adding a specific sound or recording an external source of some sort. So there's a quick start guide just to give you a little orientation to the program, and now we'll start diving in and looking at some of the specific aspects and functionality.